I wonder sometimes what leads us to happiness, what leads us to peace, what leads us to that place where we can say, now I can rest, now I'm at peace. And many reasons can be given, and sometimes the reasons that are given are not actually what will lead us to peace. We can have the wrong presumption of what we actually need or what the world needs. And that's why I find it interesting that when Simeon speaks at the presentation of the Lord, when Jesus is brought to the temple by Mary and Joseph, and they are encountered by Simeon, this mysterious prophet who is filled with the Holy Spirit, and upon seeing Jesus, he says these words, "Now, Master, you may let your servant go in peace, according to your word." So he was waiting for something, for a reason to go in peace, to retire, or perhaps to die. But he couldn't do it until he was able to experience that sense of peace. Now, why the peace? He continues, "For my eyes have seen your salvation, which you prepared in sight of all peoples, a light for revelation to the Gentiles, and glory for your people Israel." Simeon is finding peace in Jesus because in Jesus he is seeing salvation. He is seeing hope, a light to the Gentiles and a glory to Israel. In other words, he doesn't have to pick. It doesn't have to be one side wins, the other side loses. But the hope, the peace, the final resolution of his life is to be able to meet the very source of peace, of hope, of salvation for all. And that's why we call this event the presentation of the Lord. Jesus is presented in the temple, but in that presentation, Simeon reveals or presents Jesus as the final culmination of God's plan, as the one who alone can bring fulfillment and peace, the kind of peace that can allow us to retire, can allow us to finally say, yes, now I can rest. Now I can let go of my anxiety and my worry and my frustration. I can rest in peace because my eyes have seen your salvation, your Son Jesus, the fulfillment of all desire. And so I wonder how many of us, in search for our own peace, our own hope, our own retirement, our own fulfillment in life, how many of us can say, I have seen the salvation which God has prepared. I desire to see that salvation, and I seek it in the person of Jesus. May God bless you.